Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you so much for coming on my YouTube channel. I just wanted to just share few things for those that do not know me. My name is Seyi. Some people call me Seyi. Some people call me the Seyi, but I'm fondly known as Seyi. I'm a transformational coach. I'm a grief recovery specialist. I'm a John Maxwell member, and I'm also the CEO of Phenomenal Event. But in the art of everything that I do is all about helping people find their purpose in their pain, find their purpose in their grief, find the good side about where they are in life. And that's why I'm coming, to just share with one or two people out there, that have gone through one form of grief or the other. Some grief can be bereavement, some grief can be loss of job, um, loss of a lot of things in your life, loss of job, divorce, separation, all that. Even children, they do grieve, and this coming out here today is to just encourage you. So for as many people that have been joining my live show, and so thank you for as many people that have been joining my live show on Finding Purpose with Pain with Shay. This is a bi-weekly show every Wednesdays where we actually talk to people and bring people, interview people that have gone through one form of pain to and made purpose out of it. But I'm just going to share with you some of the little things that I have in mind. And when I was going through some issues that I was going through, what's going on in my mind. And for those that watch now or those that watch on replay, just follow me while I go on this journey. I've titled this Finding Pain in Purpose. This is actually an 8 long week course, but I've just compiled it into about short tips that I feel will make you grow. If you do need any form of help, you could actually contact us. My email is shay.findingpurpose@gmail.com, where we can help you harness your purpose from your pain and helping your own journey of life. So I'll just quickly start with where I am now. When I was going through my own grief, there were a lot of questions that was going in my mind. I was young at the time when I had my own big encounter of grief. But that was the first time, that I had a lot of things that have happened in my life, but that was a major encounter of my grief. That was when I felt, oh, this blow is a lot for me. And my world came crashing down when I was 28, when I did lose my husband then. But there were a lot of things going through in my mind, and some of the things I've written there that were coming through my mind was, can I grieve and still have hope? Is it possible? Is there any such thing about like rejoicing when we go through diverse situations? Is when we cannot have any form of explanation to it? Is there actually any form of light at the end of the tunnel? The way they do tell us, but don't worry, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Because at that point, I couldn't see any light at all, not to talk of at the end of the tunnel. Can I cry without being judged as weak or not having faith or not having hope that things will get better? And those things were going on in my mind, going on in my head, even though I was there. A lot of people didn't know what was going through in my mind, but that was what was going through in my mind, along with the loss I've gone through. And I know a lot of people out there can actually relate to this state of my mind. You are there that you can relate when you've lost somebody, when things have not worked out for you, that that at the point in your life you were thinking, can this happen? Is there something good that will come out of this? How will I get out of this? And all those questions are come. Where would I start? From what point will I start my life? And those questions keeps on coming. But I can tell you this for free if you're watching me or you watch me later, that you're not the only one out there that's gone through this. And you're not the only one, that will go through this. And I'm just coming out here to just let you know today. And I can tell you this for free. Don't worry about it. I can tell you this from free that I have been through many painful experiences. And I've had so many people that have shared their experiences with me. These experiences have actually positioned me over the last 5 years to help people harness their purpose from their pain. And I'm just going to be helping, someone out there today to know what steps you need to take. There are a lot of steps. And like I said, this is, is a robust course. But I've just broken this up and I'm just going to start with the first one. The first one is you need to acknowledge your pain. A lot of people deny that they are going through one pain or the other. Are you ready to acknowledge your pain, the grief you are going through? Are you ready to acknowledge it? You need to assess where you are currently. You need to assess it. Where are you? Are you still in pain? Do you still have any unresolved pain in you? Because if you still have any form of it, resolved pain in you, it can lead to a lot of things, depression, heart attack, whatever that is. Do you still have any unresolved issue there? Or have you dealt with your pain? You need to assess where you are in your pain. A lot of people shy away from this exercise because it kind of is probing in what is a reflective question. And a lot of people don't like sitting down to reflect where they are in their journey of the pain. So you need to actually sit down and know. According to John Maxwell, it's called the law of intentionality, where you intentionally decide to grow yourself. When you intentionally decide that I want to do this thing. So you need to be able to assess yourself. Where are you in your journey of pain? Are you still hurting? Do you still have some things that are unresolved that you need to deal with? So you need to ask yourself, or are you fully healed? Because some people have done so well and they've gone through some process and they're fully healed. That's fantastic, but you need to assess where you are. The second one point I've written under acknowledging your pain is make a decision to go back. And I'm going to illustrating this with a good story of a lady called Naomi. Naomi, like so many of us, left where she was living for a greener pasture with her husband. Just the way someone like me left Nigeria and we're here, and a lot of people are like that. You've moved from one place to the other to find a greener pasture, to make a better life for yourself and your children. But unfortunately for Naomi, what happened to her was she lost her husband and she lost two of her sons. But at a point, she had to assess and acknowledge her pain. She had to assess where she was in her journey of pain. And what did she do? She had to call her daughter-in-laws and say, and she told them, I can't give you any husband anymore. Even if I marry today, I can't provide a husband that is as old as the husband that died. I don't think I have anything to offer you. So at this point, I'm going to go back to my country. At least they will accept me where I'm coming from. She had to assess it, even though her daughter-in-law like, no, we can't leave, one left and the other one waited. But she had to assess. A lot of us is that we don't want to assess one and we don't want to go back. You need to go back to who you were before your grief. You need to go back to who you were, all those dreams, all the aspiration before the state where you are now. You need to go back. A lot of us like the pity party. A lot of us like, oh, what happened to you? How can I help you? You see what they are giving you, you like the attention. But I can tell if you are watching me today or if you still watch on replay, you need to go back to those aspirations, to those dreams that you had. Don't let the grief, don't let the pain stop you. Naomi did not allow it to stop her. She decided to say, I will go back. Are you ready to go back? The next point on acknowledging your pain is being intentional and making a decision to go forward. A lot of us don't want to go forward. And in the journey of coaching people and talking to people, you find out that people really, they say they want to move forward, but they have not yet decided that they want to go forward. And in the place of helping people with grief and moving from a place of pain to purpose, the responsibility of moving forward is you. We can help people, but you cannot help anyone that do not want to be helped. So that responsibility of being intentional and saying, I want to move forward lies with you. Let nobody rub your back and say, oh, it's okay. No, I'm here to tell you as a friend that you need to be intentional and that you need to make a decision that you want to go forward. Do you want to move forward? You need to ask the question. In that first topic of acknowledge your pain, acknowledging your pain, like I said, is a series of reflective questions. Nobody can answer those questions for you. You need to answer those questions yourself. You need to be truthful with yourself. Do you want to move forward? Or do you still want the attention that people give you, the pity party and all that? Do you still want, and how long do you want to do that? How long? After some time, a lot of people will get tired of the story because they expect you that you should have moved forward. So, while acknowledging your pain, like I said earlier, you need to assess where you currently are. Where are you? Are you dealing with your pain? Have you dealt with your pain? Do you still have any unresolved thing that you need to do? Or have you dealt with it? You need to make a decision that, oh, I've lost a part of mine. For instance, when I lost my then husband, then the me, the personality, I lost myself. So you need to go back to yourself, to those dreams, to that person that you were before the incident, because that shouldn't define you. It's a detour. It shouldn't define you. And you need to be intentional and make a decision to move forward. The next step that would help you is your mindset. A lot of people say mindset, but it does work. Having a mindset, having a good mindset will help you in the journey of moving from a place of grief or pain to a place of purpose. And I have my own definition of mindset, but I will go to that. So I define mindset. Mindset refers to the typical or habitual ways we think about life. Your opinion, your attitude, your thought patterns, your belief are all main components of your mindset. So the way I've done it, I've said mind, set, shift. So the mind is your garden. Your mind is your garden. The set in between the mindset is the seed. Whatever seed you plant in your garden will determine the shift, whether it's going to be a mindset shift or a mindset breakdown or detour or whatever it is. But what we want to focus on is having a mindset shift. So you need to understand, keep telling yourself, my mind is my garden. The mindset is the seed I put in it. And the shift that I want to get from it is the harvest I want to get from my mindset shift. So are you going to be careless about your garden? Would you allow people to just keep throwing things out as they like into your garden? No. The responsibility of your garden is your responsibility. Your mind is your garden. So touch yourself, touch your heart, touch everywhere that you can, and reason with yourself and tell yourself, my mind is my garden. The set is my seed, and the shift is the harvest I get to be able to have the right mindset shift. So, and in looking at that mindset, how are you thinking and what thoughts are you thinking with your mind? Is your mind, are you allowing limiting thoughts to hold you back because you've gone through one pain or the other? Because your husband has said, I'm not doing anymore, or he's gone out to do something, he's betrayed you. What thought are you thinking? Because you've lost a spouse, because you've lost that job, you've lost that business. Your employer has said it won't work again, you need to go, or you're applying for your job and you keep hearing no, no, no. How are you thinking and what thought are you feeding your mind with? I once had an experience, I applied for a job and the lady called, giving big feedback. And she said, oh, I have a very, very bad news for you. And I said, what is that? And she said, oh, at this occasion, we're not going to give you the job. And I immediately corrected her. I said, it's not a bad news. You have just told me a story. I determine what I want to use with what you have told me. To you, it might seem like a bad news. It's not a bad news. To me, it's a learning curve. So I've not got it this time. Doesn't mean I will not get it another time. I've not passed this one. Doesn't mean I will not pass it. I've not done that business right this time. Doesn't mean I will fail in business. I've not done this marriage well. Doesn't mean you will fail in all the marriages. No. So how are you thinking and what thought are you feeding your mind with? The next one on the mind sheet is you need to learn to choose positive mindset. You need to learn. You have to be intentional. So you can't just let thoughts like you're not good enough fly around your mind and you just let it go like that. No, don't do that. When those thoughts come in, those negative thoughts, you can't allow it to. So you have to do the job of compiling positive words that can help your mindset. Research it. Look for those words that can help you, that can empower you. Because the business about mindset is about you. The last one on the mindset, the point I put is you need to capture your thoughts, write them down, and combat every negative thought with positive affirmations. I've just mentioned. So something comes into your mind, you're not good enough, and you're like, oh, yes, I'm not good enough. No. When it comes to you that you're not good enough, you say, I'm the best in this. I may not look like it right now, but I'm just the best. Just give me some few more years and I will be the best in this thing. You can't allow those thoughts to just come to you and just let it pass. No. You need the job. Remember, like I said, the job is yours. When those negative thoughts comes, capture you. And I'm going to teach you something today, which we do with some of our clients. I don't know whether you can say it. So you get a paper and capture your thoughts. You can do a diary. Capture your thoughts in them. When you capture your thoughts in them, write them down and look for positive affirmation. If a person of faith like myself, look for things in the Bible that speaks well about you and write it. Combat each negative one with a positive one. When you are done, if for some do it for a month, some do it for a week, whatever. You can, whatever works for you, you can do it. When you capture all those negative things, you know what you are dealing with because you intentionally look for the words that deal with every of your fears. And when you do that, tear the paper into two. The bad negative thoughts, you can tell them, you can share, you can throw them in, whatever you want to do. But I'm more particular about the good affirmation that you have written for yourself. You can place it on your wall. You can do it. For me, I record it on my phone. I let it ginger me. I say to myself, Seyi, you are beautiful, you are kind, you are purposeful. The whole world is waiting for you. There's more to you than this. There's more coming. You are speaking on that stages. Whatever it is, say this. All those things are your thought. In moving from your place of grief, from your place, you need to be able to know what thoughts, what negative thought is hindering you and capture them so that you can work with a good one. You are a product of your thoughts. What you think will become. And if you really, really ask people that one thing or the other has happened to you, find out that because I speak to some people and they say, oh, do you know what, Seyi? I actually had a flim thought that this will happen to me. And now it did. You are a product of your thoughts. Just give it time. If you keep thinking that you're a failure, just give it time. You will become a failure. If you keep thinking that you're a success, give it time. You'll become a success. If you keep thinking that one day I will be a TEDx speaker, one day you will become that because you are a product of your thoughts. So you need to take your mind very serious. Your mind is your garden. What are you sowing in it? If you have been sowing bad seed, go back and start uprooting the weed. The negative things are the weed. For those that are joining me on my YouTube channel today, thank you so much. Please like, please share, please reach out to people. We need more subscribers, so just do all the like and the sharing. We appreciate it. You are a product of your thought. The next point in moving from your place of pain or grief to that place of purpose, you need to know yourself. Who are you? Who are you? Being aware of you, who you are, empowers you. Empowers you. It gives you light. It gives you an energy because you know who you are. You know what to focus on. You know what not to focus on. You know the people you can mingle with. You know how to react in teams, in situations because you know who you are. So my question to you, my viewers, who are you? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your temperaments? Have you ever given it thought? In the journey of pain to purpose, it's quite reflective because nobody will do the job for you. So you need to seek to know and understand you. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your temperaments? What are your opportunities? Those questions you need to ask because when you do ask those questions, you become a different person. And when you know yourself, when you know your strengths, your weaknesses, you need to accept yourself. There's no point knowing yourself, knowing all your strengths, knowing all your weaknesses, then you're comparing yourself to other people. You need to accept you. This is me. This is what I like doing. This is what brings life out of me. You need to do that. You need to accept yourself. You need to accept your strengths. You need to accept your weaknesses. You need to know what you can develop or what you can work on, to become a better person. You need to know what you need to focus on. That is knowing yourself and accepting yourself. You need to know where you are, where you are going to. Or are you just living your life per day? If you're living your life per day, there's nowhere you're going to. You don't have a dream. You don't have an aspiration. Why? Because you've been faced with a detour. Because you've been faced with a pain. Because you've lost one thing or the other. And because of that, all your dream, you don't want to dream anymore. You believe that's the end of your life. You believe, oh, this will destroy me. Why? Because of a pain or a grief? Oh, no. You need to know, where am I now? What am I struggling with now? And where am I going to? Do you have an aspiration? Do you have a dream? If you don't have a dream and you're not sure, why do you need another day? If you're not looking up to something, to do something, to achieve something, why do you need the next hour? Where are you? Where do you see yourself in a few years? Where are you going? These are things you need to understand, because when you know where you are, where you are going, you'll be able to know that this is the gap, and you'll be able to know how to work on those gaps. For instance, I want to be, if you say you want to be a doctor, and where you are at the moment, you're not a doctor, maybe you have not even finished college or anything, then you need to know that, okay, these are the things I need to do to get to where I'm going to. You can't just leave it and assume it will just happen, and assume that you just be a doctor, and assume that things will just work out well. No, life doesn't work like that. You need to know where you're going to. Also, you need to seek for environment that will help you with your progress. I am so passionate about environment. And when I speak of environment, I'm not speaking of, sometimes it may be the physical, area where you are. But how about your friends? What kind of environment of friendship are you? Are you in that environment that all they do is to pull you down? Are you in that environment that when you share your dreams or your aspirations, they say, oh, you can't be the one, you can't be the one. I can't even see you walking on the stage or having that talk on the stage. Or when you see yourself as being the next billionaire, they say, oh, keep dreaming. No, that's not an environment that is good for you. When you have the good environment, it helps you, it propels you, it brings out the best out of you. So you need to assess yourself. What environment are you? What environment do you have? What environment do you have in church? What environment do you have in mosques? What environment are you? What environment do you have in school? What environment do you have at home? Do you have that environment that will help you progress? Or do you have that environment that keeps pulling you down? It is your responsibility to seek for environment that will help you progress. And if you have gone through pain, one pain or the other, are you in that environment that all you talk about is, oh, I lost my husband, I lost my child, and that's all you talk about, and you leave that environment even worse than when you came in? Are you in that environment? No. You need to look for environment that will propel you, that yes, we are okay, we do understand this has happened, then yeah, what next? How can we help you? How can you become a better person? How can you move past this way? How can you move to a place of completion and recovery? You need to seek that environment. You need to seek for environment that will make you grow. And that's why I'm so passionate about this and coming out and speaking about this, because a lot of people don't like speaking about it. And a lot of people, when they speak about it, they feel they are too harsh. So you need to seek for environment that will help you. If you're in an environment that pulls you down, please leave, run. And if they ask you why you're leaving, you'll be able to tell them, I'm in an environment that doesn't make me grow. You're accountable for your life. You need to be accountable and get mentorship. I know there's a lot going on. There's so many coaching and all that, but I need to tell you, you need to be accountable. And you can only be accountable if you know where you're going to, if you have a glimpse idea of where you're going to. So someone will be able to say, oh, I need to do this, and you're accountable. You need mentorship, people that can see potential in you. A lot of all these things I do today, some of my mentors have seen this in me few years back, even though it's manifesting now and all that. So you need mentors that believe in you, mentors that can show you how, coaches that can help you. Oh, you need to do this. This is the next step. You need to invest in you. If you're not ready to invest in yourself, why would you want any other person to invest in you? If you're not ready to bet on yourself, why do you want other people to bet on you? You are your greatest possession. You need to take yourself serious. You need to get mentorship. You need to be accountable for your life. You need to be accountable to be able to bring out the best out of your life. Remember, as I said, you need to acknowledge your pain. You need to get positive. Make your mindset have a positive mindset. And remember what I said about mindset. Your mind is like a garden. The set there is your seed, and the shift is the harvest. So to have a mindset shift, you need to plant the right seed, and you're a product of your thought. And where I am now is you need to action to progress. You need to know yourself. You need to know your strength. You need to accept who you are. You need to know where you are and where you're going to. You need to seek for environment that will help you progress, and you need to be accountable and get mentorship. If you need help, please reach out to me. We help people. We have coaching programs where we help people uncover their pain, where we help them harness and take them to a place of recovery. Our email address is seyi.findingpurpose@gmail.com. Please reach out to us where I will be ready to help. This last point before I leave you is one that I'm really, really passionate about. Is giving back and leading others through the lens of your pain. Whatever you are going through in life, or whatever you will still go through in life, you have not gone through all that as just passing through it. A lot of people go through grief, go through pain, and just believe that, oh, that's just a part of my life. No, it's for a purpose. It's for a purpose. I'm privileged to do this because of what I've been through in life. So you need to start giving back and leading others through the eyes of your pain. And the only way that you can do that is understanding that what you have gone through is for a purpose. And my first point under that is you never sit on your pain. Your pain is like a tool. Your pain is like a springboard that will propel you to the next phase of your life if you allow it. That's what it does. It's for a purpose. If you make sure that the purpose and the pain that you have gone through, the grief that you have gone through is well harnessed, you've learned from it, you've gone to a place of completion and recovery, you will see that it will help you propel you to the next phase of your life. Never sit on your pain. The other one I've written after that is who needs to hear your story? So that story of divorce, who needs to hear it? That story of betrayal, who needs to hear it? That story of miscarriage, who needs to hear it? That story of losing all you have, who needs to hear it? That story of gone or crime that happened, who needs to hear it? That story of your house being burnt, who needs to hear it? So you need to wake up each morning and ask yourself that question. Who needs to hear my story? I do something and I will encourage you to do it. When you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, who needs to hear your story? And when you come back, ask yourself, who have I helped with my story? Because when you begin to think like that, you find that there's going to be a shift in your mind, looking at the pain. Rather than looking at the pain, you begin to see the blessing in the pain. You begin to see beyond losing that thing. What needs to hear about your story? A lot of people don't talk, but you'll be surprised when you open up to people, when you show love to people and they tell you their stories. There's a lot of stories. So who needs to hear yours? What do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered as that grumpy widow? Do you want to be remembered as that bittered wife that was sent out of the house? Do you want to be remembered? I don't know, just put any name there. What would you like to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered as that person that turned that pain to purpose? Do you want to be remembered as that parent that given so much to the world? It's not about what you have, it's about what you are giving to humanity. So what do you want to be remembered for? Have the end in mind and have a picture that at the end of the day, when they want to remember Seyi, what do you want them to remember yourself? I want to be remembered as somebody that's helped people transform their pain into purpose. Someone that's built an ambassador of people that have legacy in place. So what do you want to be remembered for? I love this mantra, and that's what I work with. Your world is waiting for your manifestation. A lot of people are waiting for you. A lot of people want to hear from you. Don't let your fear hold you back. Don't let you're not good enough hold you back. Don't let those limiting things hold you back. Don't let, oh, I'm the first person that will do it. Oh, people will laugh. And don't let that hold you back. Do it scared. Do it afraid. Do it anyway. You need to do it. You need to do it. Why do you need to do it? Because people are waiting for you. People are waiting for what you have to offer because you've got so much within you that needs to be used. You've got so much story. You've got so much that you can help people. And just imagine, even if you cannot help the whole world, start with one. Start with one because you never know what the seed of one will be. And I just wanted to just ponder on that for a moment. What do you want to be remembered for? Your world is waiting for you. According to John Maxwell, the two most important days in your life, the day you were born and the day you find out why. And that comes with this. This is your why. What is your why? That pain that you have gone through, that grief that you have gone through, could be a pointer to your why if you invest in it. Remember, it's finding purpose in your pain. Gandhi says, take action today. The future depends on what you do today. You need to take action. So I've come here tonight, to share my heart with you. You need to take action. Reach out to me. Book a pain discovery session where we can lead you to a place of recovery. Yeah, book a session with us where we use proven strategies to help harness the purpose in your pain. You can reach out to me. You can send me an email. You can also, where we do groups. This I'm passionate about. So reach out. Take action today. The future depends on what you do today. So whether you're listening to me now, whether you're going to listen to me on replay or whether you come on my show, take action. That thing that you have set to do, take action today. Do it. Don't let the excuse hold you down. Do it. Do it. We do have a charity, a charity is a community initiative where we support young widows, widowers, and single parents within our community. If you like to join us or to help us, or to partner with us, we will really, really appreciate your help. So please reach out to us. We'll be happy to hear from you. I also do a bi-weekly show called Finding Purpose in Pain with Seyi. This is a bi-weekly show where I do on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where I interview different people that have turned their pain into their purpose, into a purpose, and they have turned it around and they are doing marvelous things. So every 2 weeks, we bring in people to share their story, where they were before and where they are now, and what they are doing, what they're using their pain to do. If you like to come on our show, and you want us to interview and you have a story that you think can help your generation, that you think can help people, please do reach out on me. Follow me on my social media handle. We've got on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's Seyi Oshewa-Oyedeji. I'll put that on the link so that you can have access to it. So, and my email. So follow us on all our social our media handle, our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the social media handle is on my name. That's Seyi Oshewa-Oyedeji. And my email address is seyi.findingpurpose@gmail.com. So I'm your friend. I've got an listening here to listen to you. I've got a heart that listens. And that's what I'm passionate about. So if you want to speak to somebody or you're in a situation that you want to talk to somebody, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. And help in whatever ways that we seem that we can help you. For those that you do not know me, my name is Seyi. I'm a transformational coach. I'm fondly called Seyi. I'm a transformational coach. I help people harness their pain in their purpose, and always there to help you. So thank you for coming on my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us today. Please like, please share, and remember to watch out for our bi-weekly show where we interview people. You don't want to miss it. Leave your comments, share, and we'll reach out to you. Thank you again today and have a lovely time. Thank you. Bye. Remember, take action.